It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Lions. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote. Research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home.
Right to the air. Here is Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You have no-fly zones, things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Back to throw. Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some. To the right side and intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I think if you're handing out hard... 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
first carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Checking on the numbers last week for Robinson. 22 carries, 80 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Now Griffin. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Griffin. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain, he's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays and find another one into the end zone. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Bates' kick is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, putting together a good drive and get some points of their own.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 75 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a first carry here for their running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Goff. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You talk about this Lions defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Harris running straight ahead. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 2nd and 9. Griffin. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
At the 33-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Right back to him on 1st down. Takes it to about the 37. Now this defense for the Commanders very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense going back to work. Out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Griffin to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Griffin. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now Griffin. Over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, Griffin. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and in. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
Previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Throwing again, Griffin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This time, Griffin will throw. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Goff. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now it's Griffin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw is Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. A very solid gain of 27.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Goff now looking to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, here's Goff. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds right around the 20. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. They go ahead and snap it. Goff able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing again is Goff. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest, check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Dak Prescott, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Griffin. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Griffin. He gets it complete to Harris. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now Griffin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. In motion, the tight end. Now it's Griffin. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Griffin. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Griffin to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here's Griffin. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Griffin. That escapes the sack. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. St. Brown in motion right. Here's Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Goff now looks to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Washington ready to try again on offense. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, here's Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Griffin. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Griffin. That is caught, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He'll go right back to St. Brown. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Goff now to throw. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. To the air again. Goff. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Robinson with another carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. To throw is Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Goff now looking to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Lions first down.
Here's Goff. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 2.
Across midfield at the 48.
Again, Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
St. Brown in motion right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Goff throwing again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Goff. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. St. Brown in motion right. Now Goff. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it's Griffin. Thomas brings it in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Thomas with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Play action. Now Griffin. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Commanders add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Lions now. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing again is Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Goff. This to Laporta, right side.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's the pick of the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Complete to Sam Laporta. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Goff.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Here's Goff. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.